It started one rainy night. The kind of rain that doesn't just fall, it presses on your shoulders, seeps through your jacket, and makes the whole world feel heavier than it already is. I was driving back from a late shift at the repair shop, headlights slicing through sheets of water. I'd been a single dad for almost 10 years then, raising my boy, Adam, on my own after his mom passed. Life wasn't easy, but it was honest. That night, I saw her, a girl, maybe 17 or 18, standing on the side of the road. No umbrella, no bag, soaked to the bone. She didn't wave, didn't move. Just stood there under the flickering streetlight, eyes wide and empty. I slowed down, rolled the window halfway. "You okay, kid?" I asked. She didn't answer at first. Then she whispered, I don't know where I am." Her voice cracked, and something about it, that tremor, hit me right in the chest. I told her to get in before she froze to death. She hesitated, then opened the door. Inside, she hugged herself, shivering. "What's your name?" I asked. She looked out the window. "I don't remember." It wasn't drugs. It wasn't fear. It was like she truly didn't know. I brought her home, gave her one of Adam's old hoodies, and some soup. Adam stared from the doorway, 13, awkward, curious. "Dad," he whispered, "who is she?" "Someone who needs a place to stay tonight," I said. She didn't sleep that first night. I heard her pacing the hallway, murmuring to herself. By morning, she calmed a little, but the confusion stayed. She didn't know her last name, didn't know where she was from. She remembered water, a lake, maybe, and a song her mother used to hum, but nothing else. I called the police, of course. They took a report, said she might be a runaway. "Keep her safe," the officer said. "We'll look into missing persons." But weeks passed, and no one came. I started calling her Lena. It just felt right. Lena began helping around the house, cooking, cleaning, helping Adam with homework. She was polite, quiet, always watching the world like it might vanish if she blinked. Some nights, I'd catch her staring at the stars through the kitchen window, tears in her eyes. When I asked what was wrong, she'd whisper, "I don't know. I just feel like I'm supposed to remember someone." Months turned into a year. She became part of our little family. Adam adored her like a big sister, and I cared for her like a daughter. I stopped asking where she came from. Sometimes, love doesn't need reasons. Then one day, it all changed. A delivery truck pulled up at the shop with a fancy car needing emergency repairs, a black Bentley. The man who stepped out looked like he'd walked out of a magazine, gray suit, sharp jaw, eyes full of grief. His name was Richard Stanton, a billionaire real estate developer. He glanced at my family photo taped to the counter, me, Adam, and Lena. He froze. "Who's the girl?" he asked, voice shaking. "My foster daughter," I said carefully. "Why?" He stepped closer, trembling. "She looks exactly like my daughter, the one who went missing in 2002. My heart skipped. He showed me an old photo from his wallet, a little girl, same eyes, same soft smile. "She was 7, he whispered. "Taken from a summer camp near Lake Harrison. We never found her." I didn't know what to say. I told him it couldn't be. But that night, I looked closer at Lena, really looked. The birthmark on her shoulder. The scar near her wrist. The way she hummed that same lullaby she said her mother used to sing. I couldn't sleep. The next morning, I asked gently, Lena, do you remember a Lake A camp, maybe a man named Richard? She frowned, clutching her head. Stop, she said. It hurts when I try to remember. Then she gasped, eyes wide. There was, a red boat. A man shouting my name. Ellie. Ellie. The name from the photo. I called Richard the next day. He came with private investigators, DNA kits, the whole deal. I stood by the porch, feeling like I was about to lose my child all over again. Lena Ellie sat on the steps, silent, tears running down her face. When the results came back, there was no doubt. She was his daughter. The girl the world had searched for 20 years. Richard broke down, sobbing, thanking God. He hugged her like he'd been holding his breath for decades. But Lena just stood there, frozen between two worlds, the life she'd lost and the one she'd found. When they left for the city, she turned to me. You saved me, Dad, she whispered. Even when I didn't know who I was. I tried to smile. You don't need a name to be loved, kid. You already had one here. She hugged me tight, longer than anyone ever had. Then she was gone. Months passed. The house felt quiet, too big. Adam missed her. I did too. Every now and then, a letter would come handwritten, neat. Dear Dad, I'm learning who I used to be, but I'll never forget who you taught me to be. Thank you for giving me a home when I had nothing but rain. Last week, she came back just for a visit, she said. Same calm smile, but her eyes were full of peace. She hugged Adam, helped me fix the porch light, and before leaving, she looked at me and said, you were my miracle, you know that? And for the first time, I realized that maybe we both had been saved that night, her from the storm, me from the loneliness. It started one rainy night. And it ended with sunshine I never thought I'd see again.